Hello, everybody, and welcome out to episode 116 of the Save Slot 3 Gamescast. I'm your host, Steve Gizmo, joined me by Mass of Das.
Hello, everyone.
And Mr. Amazon Luna, Craig being Craig.
Hello.
Boys, another week is done, another week closer to the grave. Let's keep going. Pengi, let's get the news. The Pengil's news desk.
There's 4 items on the news this week.
Baker's dozen. Slow week.
Slow week.
It's almost like it's showcase season soon, right, boys?
Yeah. So, number 1, Nintendo buys Shiver Entertainment, who have done ports such as Mortal Kombat 1 and Hogwarts Legacy to the Switch.
Hell yeah. A positive news story. Who knew?
Their thing was they're going to basically still be run how they have been Shiver, so they will still do like multi-platform titles and stuff like that. A lot of rumours around this. Some are speculating they're like go to, let's say, Ubisoft and go, we want Assassin's Creed Shadows on Switch too. We've got this team here that do ports. They do the port. And then there was rumours yesterday that, no, they've basically bought Shiver to keep making Switch 1 ports while Nintendo themselves move over to Switch 2. So obviously there's 140 million Switches, and so a bit like PlayStation 4, not going to just abandon everyone, but Nintendo themselves will move on, but get Shiver to go, do us a Mario Galaxy 2 port for the Switch, please, and they'll be the ones that do it.
I think it's a positive. These are an Embracer Group team, right? So they're probably saving them from liquidation. It's a clever one. It's one of those, like, I think Nintendo always does this pretty well, where if someone is doing a service for them, if it's an issue, they tend to buy them themselves fairly cheap and keep them going, like they did with Grezzo. They did this with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a pretty positive move for Nintendo, to be honest with you.
What about you, Craig? I guess it doesn't really affect you because your Twitch, I guess, is now actually gone, or is it still waiting to be posted?
No, it's still sat in a box.
Oh.
I mean, anyone saving anyone from Embracer is always good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Number 2, this one I put in for Dave. Grapple Dogs Cosmic Canines is coming August 15th for PC, Series X and S, and Switch. I know you're a big fan of the last one.
Of the what? Sorry, there you go.
Grapple Dogs.
Grapple Dog. Okay, I was like, I heard dogs, and I was like, sleeping dogs. Well, it's just called Grapple Dogs. Great.
His little heart fluttering then, Pengi.
Yeah, it gets broken every day, Craig.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah, Grapple Dogs is one of those games that I don't personally understand why it's not bigger than it is, because it's very high quality. It's a very high quality indie game, and I'm not someone that likes indie games, and I'm like, it's one of the best games I've played. So yeah, get more of it. It's great. And again, if you two ever see it on sale on any of the platforms you like, it is a very, very, very high quality 2D platformer.
Yeah.
Is this a sequel or is it DLC? What is it?
This is a sequel. This is an actual sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Coming August 15th.
Yeah, for Craig, I'm hoping that the first one comes to a service at some point. Which it hasn't, but yeah, it's a really good. Again, it baffles me because it's a very, very good game. I think it was £15 I paid for it, and I got a review code for the Switch version. I played it on Xbox and Switch, and yeah, good game. Play it. Play Grapple Dogs.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's just like kind of probably struggle because it's just not on a subscription service, right?
Yeah.
It kind of needs to go on one, and hope that that's enough. Enough people play it on one that then the other platforms get excited and buy it on theirs, right?
Yeah.
It must have done well enough to warrant a sequel, though.
I think it did really well on Switch and on Steam.
Yeah.
And it was non-existent on Xbox. I don't think it came to PlayStation.
No, it's not on PlayStation. Which is mad.
One day, Pengos.
One day. Number 3 on the news. Atari has bought in television, and they will get access to over 200 games, but the Amico is not part of the deal.
What year is it?
It's 1974.
Okay, that would make more sense. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the new Atari CEO has been like on a big push for this kind of stuff, and they have been doing quite well, I think, Atari, in recent years. So it makes sense to combine this niche old style shenanigans, doesn't it? I'm sure they'll do an Intellivision compilation or whatever.
Yeah, they said
like Atari as a brand does seem to be a bit cooler again, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see people wearing like hats with Atari on and shit like that. So they're definitely doing something right.
Yeah, and they said they're gonna make like new games using the IP and license the IPs out and stuff like that. And it's even in like they're saying like with the Amico, which isn't part of the deal, and that's obviously that's never gonna happen. But like they're licensing the games back to whoever now. I guess it's just Amico now. It's called seeing Atari owns. So I guess even for the licensing and stuff like the other case got television carts on it, so like could be new ones, and Tori obviously licensed them out and stuff like that. So there you go.
What was the name of that like 2D Metroidvania Atari announced? Okay.
Yars something.
Yeah, Yars Revenge. No, that's already
That's
one.
the original. It's Yars something. I can't remember what it's called, but
Yeah.
it's something with the Yars at the beginning.
Yeah.
And they've been doing like snazzy neon remakes of all their games for a couple of years now that are all quite high quality and very cheap, as well as obviously Atari 50 that was really good. They did that other one, like Jeff Minter, I can't remember who it was. They did a collection based on a thing that was really good as well. So you never know. Have you played Atari today, Pengi?
No, I've not played Atari today. And then number
There's always
4,
tomorrow.
There is always tomorrow. At number 4, last on the news, Redacted Direct is now being confirmed as Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct. And
It is wild. How old does it make everyone feel that there's 6 Black Ops? There's going to be 6 Black Ops.
Very old.
That's just madness, isn't it? Absolute craziness. I feel like the only one I really ever got into was the first one.
I only really played 2. 2 was really good.
Yeah, I think it was like the first. I think you did play Cold War because that was Black Ops, wasn't it?
Yeah, I played
That
Cold
was
War
the
as
fifth
well.
one.
I think we've all played Cold War, haven't we?
Yeah, I think I've mostly actually played all 5 of them so far. I've not
I
even realised.
probably played them. I just I've really got into the multiplayer of the first one. The multiplayer of the first one was really, really good.
Yeah, 2 was really good on Wii U, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
The launch game.
Do we think this is because people thought this wasn't coming to Game Pass? Now it seems to have flipped.
Who knows?
Yeah.
People seem to think this is going to Game Pass, right?
Now it's coming to Game Pass, but there's going to be changes to the Game Pass.
Game Pass
structure.
Premium Plus, I'm sure, £35 on your soul, and you'll get a free map. I don't know. The only thing I've heard about this game is there's allegedly a 9/11 connection. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it's a crossover with Microsoft Flight Simulator, but yeah, they tend to
Isn't it set in like the 90s though? I thought.
Yeah, but 2001 still pretty early on in it. So.
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
like the teasers is like newspapers, and it's like the truth of thing, and they've got like stuff over Mount Rushmore and things like that. The truth is out there and things like that. And from the teasers, that's now started. Hence why it's now been confirmed to be a Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
COD is only good with controversy, right? So we'll see. But yeah, like you said, until they announce what they're doing in regards to Game Pass, surely it has to be. But yeah, we'll see. What date is the showcase, Pengi?
The showcase is for the Call of Duty one. It follows the Xbox One, and it would be on Sunday, June 9th. The Xbox One is at 6 o'clock. So I guess if Xbox is an hour and a half, which it normally is, it would be at 7:30.
And is that all of the news?
That is all the news.
So we'll segue into the topic of the show. Tots. Showcases, boys. Lots of showcases. What do we want? Lots of rumoured. Lots of Pengals taking months off work. Yeah, we'll start this off with you, Pengi. What showcases do you know that are coming, and what ones are you excited for?
There's
Do you want to go big showcase by showcase?
Whatever you want to do, boys. It's your world.
Yeah. So we've got starting basically at the moment it starts June 4th with the best indie game showcase, and on the same day as OTK Games Expo. I'm not bothered about either of them really, and I guess neither of you are really.
No, let's get some of the bigger ones, Pengi.
You've got the Summer Game Fest on Friday. There's actually 3 on Friday, but the Summer Game Fest itself is at 10 o'clock on Friday.
That's the Keeley one, right?
That is from the Keeley. Which
I
then
imagine we're going to get what? We'll get like is it the Elden Ring DLC? Has that actually been properly shown yet?
It was out on the 21st of June, the Elden Ring
Oh.
DLC. Yeah. Yeah.
But they'll show it again, won't they? They always show
Yeah.
that sort of shit.
Yeah.
We'll probably get an hour's worth of advertisements. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, see, so I've got last year up, and last year was like, so you had Prince of Persia last year, so you could see something from Ubisoft, and Ubisoft go later in the week. You got Mortal Kombat 1 last year. You had the Exo Primal Street Fighter DLC tease thing. You had Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight, and he likes to bring a celeb out, so I guess we get celeb. Then you got some weird PC stuff like called Witchfire, and you got something called, where is it? I can't remember. Fawn and Liberty, which is like a weird MMO from Amazon. You got Crossfire Sierra Squad, a PSVR game, so I guess you could see one of them. Remnant 2. And actually, you had Sonic Superstars, so I'm feeling Sonic Shadow could be there this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had Honkai Star Rail, and there's the new one coming very soon.
Oh yeah, they always have those games at his shows, don't they? I forgot about that.
Yeah. You had Sandland. I don't know what Namco's got coming this year. They got the Dragon Ball game, haven't they? The new
Sparking
Budokai
Zero, Budokai Tenkaichi.
Crash Team Rumble.
Kojima's going to be there, isn't he? In some
he'll be there.
Right?
Will he be there with Xbox or Death Stranding though? What do we think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
because all they've shown of Death Stranding was they showed that like there's this CG like trailer, right?
Mm.
So they do a gameplay reveal here. Did they confirm it was next year? Was that a thing? Or did I imagine that?
Is there a difference between the gameplay and the CGI, or?
Well, one of them you control the walking game, right?
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That must be a new thing.
You have to hold buttons to carry stuff. I think, Pengi. Am I getting me just a bit?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
You had Alan Wake 2 last year. Yeah. The big one, you had the Spider-Man 2 interview and date last year, so maybe Astro turns up here, because the rumour is it's going to be shown in the next 15 days, Astro.
I'm hoping for an update on the Last of Us factions, Pengi, because they did talk about that at the Keeleys, didn't they?
That is dead, that game.
Whoa! Oh, yeah. Was that the Keeleys last year?
I don't know, it's not like...
It was one of those shows, wasn't it?
No, they were sucking off the TV show last year, the year before it was factions.
Yeah.
Doesn't it all in one? Didn't they do the TV show and then didn't they go at the end? They were like, oh, no, we've got this, and there's just some concept art.
So we're going to get a HBO trailer then for season 2.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's locked in.
Does Monster Hunter, whatever the fuck it's called, is that here?
Why do you get this wrong every time? It's like the one game
there's
you
just
like.
too many Monster Hunter games. There's too many. Was that at the Keeleys? Could that be here?
Yeah, I think
it was. It was at the game. It was at the Game Awards, not that. Yeah, in December.
All of those shows are the same. We just put different names and pretend there's awards shows out there. They're all the same show, Pengi.
So the truth is, we don't really know what we're gonna see. I think that's...
No, but there was like a Dragon was there, so there's quite a few Sega games. The odd PlayStation game. There was a movie. There was Twisted Metal trailer. So I guess your Last of Us Part 2 would be quite bang. It finished with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Which obviously come out now, so they can't.
No.
Harp on
so
that.
We finished with Kingdom Hearts 4 then.
Yeah, potentially. I think potentially. Obviously, those games have just come to Steam, so. Steam.
What about some DLC for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2?
I don't think they
did DLC for the first one.
They did DLC for the first one, but I think that was an excuse to sell PS5 version. To be honest. With you.
True.
Yeah, I can't see DLC for it.
I can see God of War, maybe.
Yeah, I can see Final Fantasy Tactics, maybe, if there's a Final Fantasy game. The rumored remaster that's been around.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any bombshells this time.
No.
I just don't think anyone has much to give to him. So I think it will be your updates on games.
What about Dragon Age? What about that?
I mean, you could see Dragon Age because EA haven't EA'd in a while.
No.
But I think you're pretty spot on that it's going to be TV ads, a bit of Elden Ring, and then something. Obviously, Kojima will be wanked off. He has 10 minutes per show. Has to happen.
You had no Kojima last year, though.
Did they not talk about the
Summer
Xbox game last year?
Not the Summer Game Fest. That was at Xbox.
God, it's all the same.
Phil Spencer was the
Phil Spencer. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Keeleys are the Keeleys, right? We'll watch it for 4 hours like we do every year, and then we'll be like, why did we watch it for 4 hours?
Yeah.
So what's next?
It always starts well, doesn't it? And then it's always like,
yeah, you get to the advertisements, and you're like, I don't care about Honkai Star Rail or how it's linked to Monster Energy.
Yeah, and you're holding on for that big, like, oh, it's gonna end big, right? It's got to end big.
Yeah,
it rarely does. Right?
Yeah, I think the only thing is it got for it is like the rest of the year is still kind of barren. There's like we know like the Shadows like 1 month and COD for another, and that's about it really. So there's got to be stuff that's still got to be dated.
Yeah, I just think a lot of it's first party. That's what my worry would be. Because everyone else seems to be battening down the hatches because they're terrified of putting out games at the moment for the lack of money. But who knows with Jeff? Who knows?
Well, Day of the Death will follow Summer Game Fest like it normally does. And then following that, and it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning for us, will be Devolver Direct.
Oh, that's a shame it's at a silly time, because that's always a fun show, isn't it?
It is a good show, and I think it's their 15th anniversary or something. So, that could even be like even weirder show or something of hosting a birthday party or something. I think is what they're like planning to do. So, be interesting what they show. And I can't really think what they've got now because like Pepper Grinders come out.
Is it Anger Foot? They've got that.
Yeah.
They've announced that, and they've for quite a while.
Baby Steps theirs, or is that someone else?
Not a clue.
I can't remember. That was at the PlayStation show, wasn't it?
I can't remember whose that is. That seems like a Devolver game, though. And Plucky Squire, I guess, is the big one that they would have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's still not come out, has it? I keep forgetting that game exists. Did we get worried that that game's still not happened?
I think it will. I think they've shown too much.
Yeah.
Same with Hollow Knight. They've shown too much for it not to be at least.
Hollow Knight could be at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. But
yeah. After that, there's a couple more. The only one I'm interested also on the Saturday, because like I said, it's 1 a.m. for thing, but you got a load on Saturday, is Wholesome Direct. Wholesome always have some decent indies and stuff on their Direct. And you do have the Future Game Show Summer Showcase that ends the Saturday at 8 o'clock. Their last one in the spring had Ben Starr and I can't remember the woman's name from Baldur's Gate.
That was actually like somewhat good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one, yeah, because I remember we all thought that was going to be like actual trash, and it was pretty funny, and it showed some okay stuff, right?
Yeah. So I think they, like you say, there'll be like an odd 1 or 2 games in the showcase that I'm like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that indie. That looks pretty good, and there'll be like one sort of double A game or something in there that looks quite good. I don't know who the hosts are at the moment. I don't think they've announced it yet, because they always get like a gaming voice actors and stuff to host it. So
yeah, Kojima to host it. Everyone would be happy then, right?
Could be. I very much doubt it, but it could be. And then Sunday we kick off with Xbox at 6 o'clock.
Big show this year. Really, really, really big show for Xbox. Obviously, so Craig is the last one standing with Xbox in this group, so we'll get to Craig in a minute because his opinion is the most important. For me, I think they just have to come out and have positive news for an hour. Like, no side blog news that they're putting prices up. Like, just don't do that for a couple of months. Like, just have good news. Just give me good news for like an hour, and then give us good news with COD an hour later, and then survive. Because I think if they have one more fucking stupidity episode, and I know it's Microsoft, not them, but you know what I mean. I just think you're on a hiding to nothing.
See, I think the show will be good. I think what you're saying though, like blog posts, and it'll be blown out of proportions. But like the rumors now, the new Doom game is going to be announced for PS5 and even maybe Switch. Apparently,
But
which
that's
seems
fine.
really...
Just put it in the trailer. Don't let it
Yeah.
be news afterwards. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
I see.
I
I
don't
think
think
it'd be
sane
new afterwards.
people care that Doom is on everything. I think
No.
just play the games you want to play. You play it on Game Pass, you get it cheaper, right? Great, wicked, whatever. Just
Yeah.
don't hide it. Just be like, right, it's on everything. But you get it on Game Pass day one. That's why you've got Game Pass. Just say it like that. Like, it doesn't have to be, oh, by the way, we're really sorry, but we are putting it on PlayStation. Like, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think that's what pisses people off in the first place. Because we don't care. If you're watching that show, you're already a hardcore gamer, aren't you? You're not like Joe Blogs. But rant. What about you, Craigo? What do you feel they have to do?
I don't know what I feel they have to do. I think we'll get hopefully get some dates for the stuff they've announced in the second half of the year. So hopefully get some dates for like Avowed, Indie, Flight Sim, and Towerborn. And then there's, like you said, there's stuff which is, well, I don't even know, like that Doom game seems to be on rumoured now, doesn't it? That just seems to have completely leaked at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it did sort of semi-leak due to the FTC when they did that. There was it was called Doom Zero on that, and then this new leak is Doom Medieval or something like that. It's called
Doom: The Dark Ages is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
I mean,
most
if
probably
that's
that.
yeah, if that's true, then that's pretty damn awesome. I think personally, as someone who likes Doom 2016 and absolutely loves Doom Eternal, I will be all in for more Doom from id. I don't know, like people seem to think it was this year, not that long ago, but that almost seems like they always have too much in the second half of this year. No, I don't know.
Where
We'll
would
see.
where would you put it? Because if you
Exactly.
if you had July, they've got Dungeons of Hinterberg. I know it's a smaller title, but they are publishing it. Let's say you had Avowed August, Flight Sim September, Indie October. What, you putting it out in November? I guess.
Yeah, and then the other one I completely forgot to mention is
Towerborn.
they're out Towerborn, but they're also going to have the DLC for Starfield, aren't they? Which again, you'd imagine will be shown here and probably dated, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to treat that like it's a big event. And
Which
this
they need
sounds
to,
like the
because
new
Starfield
update
has
is very
yeah.
good.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
So-
Starfield actually has good press at the minute. So like,
Yeah.
strike while the iron's hot and be like, hey, Shattered Space is coming. It's coming this day, and you know what? We've been awful. It's on Game Pass or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah, I don't think you'll get that because they've sold the season pass.
yeah, but do they even care what they do anymore, Craig?
I think people who bought the season pass would care, Dave.
I bought the Redfall season pass. I'm not getting it. So
Yeah, but you bought that when it was dead, Dave. Come on.
Yeah. I could see.
You knew it was dead.
I could see.
I'm just an angry man, Craigo.
I kind of can see a bit of both, because was it with Gears 5 they changed it to the Gear 5 Ultimate Edition to Game Pass, didn't they? Which
Yeah.
had high clusters or something
Like I said,
so
there's no consistency with anything Xbox does. So
I could see them going, Starfield Game of the Year Edition is now on Game Pass, and it comes with the DLC sort of thing. It's like,
I'm hoping they just
possibly.
shit on themselves and put a Game of the Year edition out on PlayStation.
That's what I think they will do. I think
So do I.
can
So
see
do
it.
I. Oh dear. But obviously,
The
Gears
other one is Gears. It's Gears has been rumored, hasn't it? So
I can
that's
see Gears
exciting.
closing
But
the show.
yeah, maybe. But I kind of hope that they only do it if it's coming next year, because they don't need to announce any more stuff unless it's actually coming soon.
It's
There's
also
so much shit to
somewhat similar to Doom, so I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know if that's not in gameplay, but more in like style. But
Maybe open with Doom and close with Gears, or vice versa.
They need a big win, and Gears is one of their 3 biggest franchises, so of their own that isn't a bought franchise, right? So. Yeah, I mean, as you know, me personally, couldn't give a less of a shit if it's going to be a sequel to Gears 5, because I don't care about Woke of War or whatever it is we're playing now. Marcus Phoenix collection, I'd be happy. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty banging.
That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty banging.
Do we see Fable?
They showed it last year, didn't they? So you'd think they would give an update, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Perfect Dark, people were saying it was going to be bad, and now people seem to think it might be not bad and at this show possibly. So that's another one that we could finally see, because we haven't seen that since God knows
Since
when.
the concept trailer. Same with Contraband, if you remember that. We saw a concept trailer.
Yeah, there's like 15 you could name, isn't there? It's fucking. This is what I mean with Gears. It's like only show us that if it's coming like in the next like 18 months, because you don't need to announce any more
You've got
stuff.
the one, what's it called, like Shadow or something. It's like from Compulsion or something like that.
Yeah.
South of Midnight, you mean?
Yeah, and then you've got the like Steamwork one as well, and
Clockwork Revolution.
I'm not convinced that they're going to announce something stupid like a Fallout thing way in advance, just to be like, hey guys, the Fallout show was cool. We're doing something, we promise. We shut half our studios so they could make more Fallout games, don't worry.
Yeah, well, because they did announce Elder Scrolls 6 quite early on, didn't they?
Yeah. But unless they're actively making that game, I don't think they are. I think they'll skip Fallout in before that if they can at the moment. But
yeah,
but like I said, and obviously they've got Call of Duty afterwards, and we have to remember as well that now Xbox is also Activision Blizzard King. Like there could be some. I imagine the Diablo DLC will be there. I would imagine a big Overwatch update will be there. I would imagine. What else do they own? You know, are we going to hear this rumored Spyro Crash thing that Toys for Bob are working on? And obviously a big list of games coming to Game Pass. I would predict Tony Hawk's 1+2. I would predict Crash 4. I predict all of that stuff probably coming to Game Pass throughout the year.
Yeah, like Visions of Mana, for instance, been tied to Xbox marketing, and that still hasn't got a date.
No.
So I can see something like that turning up here and getting dated.
What about because people seem to think this the Persona 6 game. They've started leaking stuff, haven't they? Persona 6.
Yeah, because they tried to make it exclusive, didn't they? That was a rumor I heard, and then Sega were like, absolutely not. But they'll obviously give them marketing rights. I think they've had marketing rights for the last.
All of the
the last
stuff
5 Atlas games. So, I think you could potentially see a teaser here. If they've got a game ready. Obviously, you've got the other one as well, that Fantasio.
Medical Fantasio.
There's also got Xbox marketing, so maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the only problem with something like Visions of Mana and Metaphor Fantasio, they're not coming to Game Pass. Like I see them
that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. Yeah. But I can see them like Phil at the start going, every game we show today is coming to Game Pass, and then you don't get Visions of Mana. And
I mean, I don't even know if you're going to see Phil. I don't know if you're going to see any of them. The talking heads. I think you might just get if they're clever, they just do trailers and a narrator.
I don't know.
I would stay away from showing Matt Booty and Sarah Bond if you can help it at the moment. To be honest, but we'll see. I mean, do you think we're going to see Hardware? Because that'd be a reason to see Phil.
No. Didn't they say in the holiday that was going to be? So I would imagine that's going to be like Game Awards or something, right? Or they do their own separate show, like another developer direct and do it there.
But it's a difficult one. Like I said, as you can probably tell, I'm pretty disillusioned with Xbox at the minute. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if they can do anything that doesn't make me give it like a 2 out of 10, but we'll see.
Yeah, for like me though, it's like if they show Visions of Mana and Retro Metaphor, if they show like those 2 games I'm excited for, sure I'm gonna buy them on PlayStation. They're so excited. So Silksong actually got the marketing on Xbox last time I've seen it, not Summer Game Fest, but that's like a big sort of big one. Then there'll be other stuff like I could play it through the cloud, like I've been tempted to play Hellblade 2 through the cloud, sort of thing. And then like Doom seems like it's going to come PlayStation day and dates. There could be like I'm not that fussed about Doom personally, but it could be other games there. I'm like, oh, this id game or this Activision Blizzard game like COD 6 is coming to PlayStation, so there is going to be other stuff there that I'm interested in, not just like indie is only on Xbox.
Just not enough to make you buy an Xbox again, basically.
Most probably, not unless there is hardware of like the handheld or something. That's like sort of the only thing that would really tempt me.
Fair enough. And obviously, as the only one of us who's an Xbox player now, Craigo, what's the main things you want? Like top 3 things you just want to see?
Well, they've kind of like spoiled a bit now, but the Doom definitely. Gears, definitely, and then like I said, just give us some dates for this stuff for the second half of the year, and I'll be happy.
Hell yeah! Right, next show then, Pengi. What have you got on your little docket?
On the same day, PC Gaming Show is at 9 o'clock.
We don't care.
No, but there could be something announced that's worth picking up on.
I say
Fantasy Critic or something, because PC asked PC Games, am I right? Then on Monday is Ubisoft Forward, but there is no time currently for Ubisoft Forward. And like I said last year, we saw Prince of Persia at Summer Game Fest first. So I guess we could see them at Summer Game Fest first, and then go like, oh, it's going to be at 9 o'clock on Monday, and then on Monday.
Didn't they do that with Star Wars Outlaws? Didn't they show the teaser at the Xbox show? But then, like during the Xbox show, they were like, "Oh yeah, but you see the gameplay reveal at the Ubisoft show."
Yeah.
So you can maybe see that of Assassin's Creed again. They show like another just kind of like teasery trailer, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and then tune into the Ubisoft show to see the gameplay.
Yeah. So Ubisoft, I'm kind of excited about, because Outlaws looks quite good, and so does Shadows. But that's all that we really know what they've got, and they need more in 2 games for a showcase. So it'd be interesting what else. Well, it'd be Just Dance.
You got that
2025
Rogue
again.
Prince of Persia game? Is that out yet?
That's out.
Roguelike? Oh, is it out already?
Yeah, it's out. That's out. Maybe they announced the console version or something, I guess. Yeah, but it's out on PC. Yeah, all I can really think of is Just Dance and Outlaws and Shadows.
Well, obviously you'll get more X-Defiant content.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't they just release that game?
Yeah, it's supposed to be quite good. You'll obviously get your Rainbow Six updates. You'll get a Skull and Bones update. You will get Just Dance. You will get the Division Resurgence on mobile. I would imagine that'll be a big thing. And you will usually get one random Ubisoft thing. I wouldn't know what franchise that would be. The heart would say Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
or Rayman, but the head would say Watch Dogs. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think Watch Dogs. I think they've actually said like Watch Dogs is dead now,
which is a shame because it was 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But
but yeah, they did actually put teas up for Splinter Cell remake. It was like I got to be 6 months ago. It was like it was showing like gameplay of like Splinter Cell 1, like the proper Splinter Cell 1. And it was like, yeah, remake's coming, but that. To me, that means it's really early in.
Yeah, maybe some Prince of Persia DLC as well. I mean, to be honest with you, I think Outlaws and Shadows are 2 of my most anticipated games of the year anyway. So deep dives on both of those, I'd personally be pretty happy with. X-Defiant, I've played a little bit in previous, and I've played it since its launch. It's a fun game, so hopefully they keep momentum with that, see more of that, and like I say, just something fun. Like I don't know whether it's another Mario Rabbids game, or if it's a Rayman game, or they bring back Beyond Good and Evil 2, like, or the Beyond Good and Evil remake, or something like that.
The remake of Beyond Good and Evil still has to come out, because remember that leaked on Xbox?
Yeah, but they literally let you pre-order Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, Chris. So we'll see. But like, yeah, I mean, I get like, I don't know why people are always so negative about Ubisoft, but I think they've got a pretty good show lined up, to be honest with you, just from what we know, let alone what we don't know.
Yeah, and then we've got pre-announced, but they're all TBD for when they're going to be. And they are all June. So you got the Nintendo Direct in June, which obviously is focusing on Switch games for the latter half of 2024. I guess this one is your most anticipated showcase day, seeing you on Mr. Switch at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think comfortably. For me personally, this is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because it's been an unusually good year for a last year of a Nintendo console. I know it's been mostly remasters and remakes and smaller games, but that's still more than no games, which is what other platforms and generally Nintendo do. So I'm hoping there's some obvious ports, maybe something new in a smaller franchise. Maybe there's been a long rumored F-Zero GX remake, for example, would be pretty cool. That kind of stuff. And then they will inevitably tease a game that will be the big focus for Switch 2. I know they've said no Switch 2, but when they announced the Switch, they said no Switch, and everything was about Breath of the Wild. So I think you'll probably get something that way. But yeah, and again, Nintendo have nothing to lose. They make all the money. Everyone loves their platform who actually plays on it. It's selling like hotcakes. They can bring out as many games as they want. They're fine, right? We'll see a trailer for a game that's coming out fairly soon. I think this will be before Luigi's Mansion 2, so we'll probably get a trailer for that. Obviously the NES World Championships thing we'll get another trailer for. And there'll be, we haven't had a Kirby game yet, right? There's usually 4 Kirby games a year, so there must be a Kirby in development somewhere.
Yeah. When do you think they do this showcase? Do they go like early before everyone and go like June 3rd, or do they wait for everyone else to go and go like June 20th after everyone's been and gone?
We'll know.
Don't they normally wait until everyone's been and gone?
Pretty
Is that what they did last year?
Yeah,
I think so.
Again, they can do whatever they want. They could give you 2 minutes notice and then put up video upline. It will get exactly the same views either way. But yeah, I think it'll probably be at the end. Just because anything that's already pre-announced on something else. So say, for example, Ubisoft announce a game that in their trailer isn't a Switch version, and then they show Switch footage of it on Nintendo show. They tend to do that. I think they did that with Prince of Persia.
Yeah, they did that with Prince of Persia.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm the only one excited for Nintendo for some reason, but that's probably going to be the best show for me, I think.
So it's weird. Like I'm excited and not excited because if it's like remastered, it's like a bit of like a catch-22. If it's remastered of games I've already played, I'm not excited. But if it's like remastered for like Metro Prime 2 that I've not played after I really like Metro 1, I am keen on. It's just like, and there's like been rumor of like the Fire Emblem genealogy of the Holy War for like years now, even though that might change, turn into to engage because of Sigrid and sort of thing like that. I would be keen on. That would obviously be a proper remake, being like a NES or a SNES game sort of thing. You know, it'd be Three Houses graphics or whatever sort of thing. So it really depends what they like do. I feel they still got to have a big fall like game. I just don't know what it is. Like, is it a Pokemon Black remake, for instance, or White remake?
I don't think they do need it personally, but I think I could see a remake. But it could be Pokemon because they've obviously that team that did Diamond and Pearl could do another one. They've obviously got their big game ZA coming out in the new year, which will probably be a launch title, right, for the Switch 2. So, and they've said pretty clearly that they want Switch 1 content for at least a couple more years because, like I said, 140 million Switches. People still buy everything for it, so it's like I don't know.
That goes back to like the rumor of Shivers like there to do like ports and stuff to keep the Switch 1 going, while Nintendo put Super Mario Odyssey 2 on Switch 2 or something.
Yeah, I never thought we'd get Mario RPG and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, so the fact that we have had those in the last 12 months means they could really port anything. So again, Nintendo is Nintendo. You will get Mario games, you'll get whatever. If you're happy with that, that's great.
Party,
if
I
not,
guess a new Mario
Party would be very much appreciated because Superstars is one of the best-selling games on the Switch.
A Mario sports game. We haven't had a baseball yet. So.
Yeah, again, it's Nintendo. They can do whatever they want, and it will do okay. Like I said, both of the Mario Party games sold 20 million copies on the Switch, so it's better selling than The Last of Us. Arguably a better game, Craig, but there we go. But yeah, I know Craig has nothing to add for Nintendo. He only hopes that they go out of business or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'll watch. Hopefully they get some like indies and that are shown.
There'll be
which should be on there everything, right? So
there'll be some load of the weird JRPGs that are on everything. Well, most probably not actually on Xbox, but you can play them on your port or on your PlayStation. That turn up as well at Nintendo.
Yeah, I have no ill will towards Nintendo, Dave.
You don't. Let's go back and re-listen to some of these episodes, Craig.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking like when Triangle Strategy 2 turns up or something, like
you play it on Steam, like a real man.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other two that been like confirmed that haven't got a date of the Tribeca Game Fest thing. Obviously, the game's already been announced for that anyway, and then Upload VR Showcase is still to happen as well. That hasn't got a date. And Limited Run normally have one this time of year as well. Meta themselves have had one previous, and there's been a few other weird ones. And then the only other one missing is PlayStation, which
I think we just assume that that's happening, right? Because
probably very soon, I'd imagine.
From what Jeff Grubb's saying, it's this week, basically, isn't it?
I seen him getting I guess abuse going, where's the PlayStation Showcase? You saying it was May, and then he's like retweeted and stuff of them and gone, It's still May, guys, so I guess it's coming any day now in May. They went first
Is it
last
going to be?
time.
Did he say it was going to be a showcase or a state of play? Because
He
the
says
showcases are the big ones, right?
He still doesn't know. He's not sure if it's a showcase or state of play. And then there's been rumors of what's going to be in it, such as the Astrobot game. There's been rumored the Lego Horizon game. What else? Concord. Um, that's been rumored as well. And then there's things like the PS5 Pro. Silent Hill 2 needs a date. Until Dawn remake needs a date. That's what I think off the top of my head that could be there.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably show some CGI trailers for some smaller games and bigger franchises. Like you could probably see something Spider-Man or Wolverine related. Maybe a God of War spin-off.
Well, it's not. I guess it's not rumored because it was in the data breach, wasn't it, of the Venom game coming in 2025. So I guess they could show Venom, the Venom game, for instance. Because 2025. All that sounds far away, but it's only like if they did show in May, was like 7 months away or something like that. If the Pro's coming November or something, the PS5 Pro, and Venom could come out in February and go, yep, on the Pro it's like this, and not on the Pro it's.
Do you
like
think
this.
they'll announce the Pro?
Yeah, I think you've got to announce it at some point if it's coming this year. It's like,
It makes sense as well to do it at their showcase as well. Surely,
Yeah.
that's, that's going to be their big audience, right?
Yeah, it's the Penguins, it's the Chris Pengellies of this world.
Yeah, the only other way I think you could do it is you do like the really boring Mark Cerny slides where he comes out.
They can't do that anymore because it's post-COVID.
This is the PS5 Pro, and he does his slides and he explains this goes up 700% more than it was on the thing, and cooling is now 2%, whatever, sort of thing. I don't think they can really do that. Again, I don't really know how, for like the Pro, how it's going to translate in trailers and stuff like that. That was like the PS4 Pro, like watching a trailer of Horizon Zero Dawn looked like no different on the TV. It was only when I went EGX and I saw a PS5 Pro connected to a 4K TV playing Horizon. I was like, that looks ridiculous. Like, I don't really know how they go, this is why PSSR is better on Venom than it is on...
They're going to have to be really smart about how their selling points for that, aren't they? Because it's, like I said, the last Pro models were timed perfectly with kind of TV upgrades, weren't they? And things like 4K becoming affordable. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they kind of, spin it and trying to, what's their kind of bullet points that anyone can understand.
Yeah. Unless they've, I guess, like they partner, even though it's weird because Capcom do have stuff on Game Pass, like Path of the Goddess is coming to Game Pass and Exo Primal, but like Resident Evil's all being like shown at PlayStation.
That's what I was about to say. If it is a showcase as well, like, 'cause they normally have very solid like third party stuff for their showcases, don't they? So you could really see like the next year's Resident Evil game, whatever that is, whether it's another remake or whether it's the actual like next Resident Evil 9 or whatever.
Yeah, so
I see that being at PlayStation.
Yeah, and I don't know if you could market it, but then it's also like, I guess, bad marketing. Go, Resident Evil 9 is exclusively 60 frames a second on the PS5 Pro, but then it makes the PS5 look crap if you do that. I don't really know how you can market it. Like, you want the Pro to play Resident Evil 9 because it's this much better. I don't really know what you do with that.
Indeed, I think they will announce.
The models are going to be interesting, aren't they? Very interesting.
I mean, there will be a Dave rant when we get to the Pro model stuff. That can be the pre-warning for hashtag bring back Grumpy Dave. But I think we'll see PS2 stuff. I think that'll be the big thing they announce this time.
Yeah, I can see that. So what about, obviously, you, Dave, a bit grumpy on PlayStation, but if they had Astrobot, you like Astrobot?
It's not. I mean, I'm not specifically grumpy with PlayStation. I'm grumpy with modern games at the moment because I think they're all shit. But yeah, Astrobot would be something. Depends. Again, the problem is how much they're going to charge me. 70 quid. I'm not in for an Astrobot game for 70 quid. The last one was free, so 30, 40 maybe.
I'm going. It's going to be $49.99.
Yeah, for that I probably wouldn't day one it. But also because PlayStation is so inconsistent with Plus, you don't know if that's going to come to Plus within a year, 2 years, or never. So I don't know. It's again, it's
still not on Plus.
Yeah, it's PlayStation are in a difficult position for me because everything is too expensive for what it is. So it's just like and stuff loses value. It's I don't know, boys, and I don't have the time to pengals a game on a weekend, buy it, finish it, sell it for what I paid for it in 4 days. But yeah.
What about you, Craigie? Now that you've got a PS5, you got your Portal and stuff like that. You know, will you like Until Dawn remake? I'll play that buy that and play that on my Portal in bed. Anything like that for you, or?
I don't. It's weird because like they could show nothing, and I'd still be like, oh, I've got so much like just back up of PlayStation to catch up on, right? So obviously I have my 5 backlog games, which I did all for PlayStation, but I could have done another like 5 and then another 5, like realistically, let's be honest. So yeah, I mean, I'd just be happy for him to show. Like I said, if they showed nothing, I'd just be like, it's fine. I've got plenty to play on PlayStation. But yeah, I'd be keen for Smash, but I need to play the free one really first.
You really do.
I've actually downloaded it now, so that's a step forward. That could definitely be one. See, I could imagine that'd be pretty good on the old Portal as well, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, they could show nothing, and I've still got so much to play on there that it's
that's enough of PSVR 2 showing nothing.
Yeah, that's dead now, right? They ain't gonna bother showing that.
I don't know,
right?
like they had Metro in the last thing. Maybe they showed like Metro or something. I don't. Again, like get more gameplay with that. Maybe I don't know. I think you got to show something PSVR 2, especially if it is a proper showcase, not a state of play. I guess I think you got to show something.
They'll just keep getting the games that are already out on Meta. I don't know. Like they just got Sushi Ben. I think it's just been come out, which has been on Meta for a while. But who knows?
And then I guess, do we see anyone else like EA? Haven't had one for a while. Do we see an EA Play? Do we see a Square? They've had previous ones. Obviously, we already got Ubisoft. Do we see anyone else do a showcase?
I can't see Square, especially because isn't their big thing at the moment? They want to make less games, but them be higher quality. So you can almost see them just kind of like fading away for a bit and then coming back with a bit of a bang, right?
Yeah, but you say less games. In the last 4 years, they put 11 games average out a year. If they went 6, halved it, there's still 6 games they could show. It's still quite a lot. I don't know how much less is less for them.
Yeah, I think you'll see Capcom. I think you'll see a Capcom video.
Their shows are always awful as well, and they're so weird. They're such a great publisher, but their shows are always terrible.
Yeah, and I think you'll see something, but again, I don't know what you'll see from Capcom. Obviously, we want to see lots of things from Capcom because they're a very good publisher. But obviously, you'll see their game they're putting out on Xbox. The weird name. Probably something Resident Evil related at this point. But yeah, I can't imagine you'll see Konami or anyone like that. But I think you could very much see.
I could see because it was meant to come this year. What Pragmata is still. And last time we seen it was on PlayStation.
That's still a thing, isn't it? That's still there.
Yeah, I can't see Konami Showcase, but I could see Silent Hill at PlayStation because that's supposed to be this year. Like Metal Gear, I think last time was at Xbox, so I could see that being Xbox, sort of thing. And EA, I don't really know what EA will be. I guess they can only be at Summer Game Fest.
They'll be at Xbox.
They'll be Battlefield. But
all the sports games,
Battlefield. Yeah, all the sports games, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking like a new Battlefield was supposed to be happening. I was like, where are you putting that? I can't see it being in the Xbox show because of Call of Duty.
Maybe.
That's like the big publishers and stuff, really. Like Square will be all over the place. They'll be at Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation.
Do Annapurna normally do a showcase here, or do they do it like separately on their own?
So last year they announced they were going to do a showcase at the Summer Game Fest, and I think it was in August. And THQ were in August, sort of as well. I believe they were August Annapurna last year.
I don't think Sega does one. Sometimes they do a Sonic show for shits and giggles, but I think they're okay.
Yeah,
Well,
trying to find...
we will see. Hopefully in the next week or two when we know more. Hopefully the PlayStation 1 will be this
no, it was
week. And we
29th
can...
of June, the Annapurna last year, so
Okay.
end of the month.
Yeah, and obviously I won't be watching or commenting on Annapurna at any point.
Annapurna it's like really good showcase.
Are they though? Are they really good?
Last year they announced Blade Runner.
Right.
Yeah. Which they're making themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the showcases, boys.
Yeah.
2024. We'll no doubt have more on that, and I can't wait
When they
for
happen.
Craig's input on it all.
I guess when PlayStation happens, maybe this week, we'll have to do a prompt.
We'll have to be on. We'll be waiting on the fly just in case they decide they're going to announce something. Obviously, we'll be on that because that's what people come in for.
And then Dave goes £600 for a PS5 Pro. You're having a giraffe.
I'll be like, oh, I've put in my PlayStation on sale again. You say? But there we go. So let's end the show as we always do with our what we've been buying, what we've been playing. Let's start with Craig.
Mine's brief because I've basically just played more of the same. On PlayStation, it's just been more Tales of Kenzera, playing exclusively on the Portal. I think I'm on Act 3 now. I think there's only 4 acts, so I can't be too far away from the end. But it just continues to be a very good, very kind of easy to play Metroidvania. I would recommend checking out, especially if you have Plus, because obviously it's on the service, so it just makes sense. And then on Xbox, I'm just still going with more Banishers. I think I'm like over 30 hours in at this point, boys. So it's a beefy game if you're doing everything, and I'm kind of enjoying it. So I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'm doing pretty much as many of the side quests as I can. I doubt I'll do. There's a lot of like icons on the map for different stuff you can do. I don't think I'm going to try and get all the icons on the map because I think I'll be here for days at that point. I probably want to move on
the map.
Yeah, I probably want to move on before then. But that's still a very good, very fun game as well. I did quite funny. This is one for Pengi because I know you own this and you're going to get to it at some point. There is a bit where it kind of like you get to a bridge and you realise the bridge is out. There's a lot of bridges that are out in this game as well. And you can either go north to one area or south to a different area. It kind of lets you choose where you want to go first. I think if you go north, it's to Fort Jericho, and to south, it's the Harrows. I went south to the Harrows first, which is funnily that's the higher level place. So I've done that whole little area, done all the side quests in that area. And I've gone north now because you've got to go to both. And I'm like, oh, I think this is where the game just assumed everyone would go because this is definitely like lower level. So I'm now I'm just kicking everything's ass in this place. So if you do play this game, go north first when it gives you the chance because it's definitely the way the game's set up for you to go. But it does give you the option, so it doesn't tell you that that's a thing. So. Not that it's like massively difficult anyway, but it's just it makes more sense if you go north and do the lower level place first, right? But yeah, that's it. That's all I've been playing. It's just more of the same, boys.
And how is the Portal experience for you, Craigo?
Oh, still good. I talked about it quite a lot last week, didn't I? But yeah, no, I'm still loving it.
Still loving it. Have you turned the Xbox on?
Yeah, that's what I've been playing Banishers on.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't pay attention to our own podcast.
Yeah. So I think I'm about 6 or 7 hours into Tales of Kenzera and like 30 hours into Banishers.
Nice. And then obviously I'd imagine Hellblade 2 will be the post Banishers thing.
Yeah, that would be next.
Yeah, and when he does,
I think
we'll do a review, but we'll wait until Craig's played it first.
Yeah, I won't do a review, just on a couple of trailers. That'd be madness, right?
You don't work in the game industry. Why would you do that?
That'd be insanity. Yeah, right. And I've got like Immortals Baby and stuff like that downloaded as well for the old Xbox.
Nice. Pengi, what about you?
So I've got 2 pickups. I got a voucher in a deal I did for CEX, and I've got So I actually got two pickups from that, but one it will not here yet, but one I did get in store, and that was Alone in the Dark.
Oh, is this the recent one? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the recent one, which I started last night. Started with Jodie Comer's character Emily, which, from what I read, is sort of like, even though you have the two characters, the main one, and if you look at all the trophies, all of them pretty much that aren't like the standard like story, like enter the hotel or whatever it is, are all linked to like her characters. Like none for David Harper's character. So it's like, oh yeah, she's like the main one. A couple hours into that at the moment, it says I'm 20% on the old PlayStation timer thing of that. So far, actually, pretty good. There's not been a huge lot of combat, and when it has, it's been pretty like just shoot the enemy in the head sort of couple of times. But the puzzles have been pretty cool so far, sort of like proper old school survival horror puzzles. You know, do this diamond in this thing and it unlock this thing, so do this thing. You know, good old survival horror thing. So
Is
play
it
some.
scary, Pengi? Are
No,
you
it's not
shaking in your boots?
not scary so far. Like then like the enemies have like weird like grass mutant blob things and stuff like that. I don't really know what you like describe them as, and there's some like kind of like a crocodile thing that's like chasing you as well, like enemies. Yeah, it's not scary so far. I mean, even Dave
But
played the prologue, and I don't know
did.
if he found that scary
I did
or not.
not. It
Yeah.
seemed fine.
Yeah.
that's a game that's gonna come to a service at some point, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'll
more
give
like
it a go then, definitely.
yeah. Liking
It'll
what
be a
I
bargain bucket pickup for me at some point next year. I think that one.
Yeah, so I got that on, and then Games of Silence sent me on PS5 a game called Ever Forward, which is like a one of the weird sort of indie games that gets a physical and stuff like that. So they sent me that. That arrived today. I've not installed it or played it yet or anything like that. I think it's an easy platinum, so it could be platinum 80. For that one, so I got that. That's why I said I've got two pickups this week, because like I said, one was sent to me and one I did get in CEX. So that's PlayStation pretty much. Nothing on Xbox. Nothing on PC. On Quest, I played some more Ultimate Swing Golf today.
Hell yeah.
So I've done all the novice challenges now. So I've done that. And I think I'm on the last challenge of intermediate, which is the next challenge, because you've got to beat the female caddy, and like she challenged you to like, it's only 3 holes, but she challenged you to a like a game, and if you could beat her, you unlock some more costumes, and then you get to, like the next lot of challenges and stuff like that, which I guess are going to be like normal or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm playing more of that today. And then on Nintendo, nothing on the Switch, but on the 3DS, I started Metroid Samus Returns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was gonna start Tales of Kenzara Zao on the PlayStation, but I've gone for Metroid Samus Returns instead on the old 3DS, and I have done the surface bit, and I've done area 1 so far of that game. I'm like an hour and a half into it. So far it seems pretty good. The parry mechanic's cool, so when an enemy comes to you, parry, and then like you can sort of kill them in one blast. That's pretty neat. But so far I've done like area 1, because I know that, because it's now says area 2 on the map and stuff like that. Doesn't seem to be any like proper bosses so far. It's like you're finding just Metroids and you're killing Metroids. And like in the first surface area, you got to kill 1 Metroid and it opens a door. And next one, you got to kill 4 Metroids and it opens another door. And you go into area 2, and there's like 40 of them to kill. If I don't know if it's gonna have any proper sort of like go fight Ridley and Mother Brain and that sort of thing. Of the other Metroid games and stuff like that, but so far things are decent. Metroid Vania, and yeah, because you guys I think also said I wouldn't play my Samus Returns, so I am playing my Samus Returns on my Metroidvania fix.
Hell yeah! Was it Fusion you played on the Switch collection?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it last year?
Mm.
How was it compared to that?
Um, so far, I still think I preferred Fusion. I really like the 2D art style and stuff that had like pixel art of TBA, which looked fine when playing on the Switch screen. But maybe I get, like I said, there's not been like any proper boss fights, what I would call. So maybe later on in the game when you get if there is some cool boss fights and stuff like it in we'll get better. Because kind of see what they've like the parry stuff in this, and like they moved on to Dread when they did that next Mercury Steam. So yeah, pretty good so far.
Is it brutally hard like Dread was?
So far, no, but I found a few canisters and missiles and stuff like that. But maybe it will get harder. Like in the second, I don't know how many areas it is. Maybe just doing the surface in area 1, it's kind of easy. When they get area 5, it's brutal. Maybe.
Indeed.
But yeah, that is all. That's everything.
Nice.
And my other pickup that I've ordered from CX using the voucher is another 3DS game, and that's Luigi's Mansion.
Lovely. And when that arrives, I'm sure you will tell us all about it.
Yeah.
About a 3-hour game, so you can finish that in a day.
Yeah, I can finish that in a day.
Nice.
You can finish that sat on the toilet, Dave. It's Pengles.
It's true.
Whiz through that.
It's a long toilet. It's a long toilet session, that one. So for me, absolutely nothing on Xbox, obviously, because it's dead. They killed it. It's dead. No quest this week because I've had a cold, and I'll be doing lots of overtime, so I don't have the energy to put a thing on my face this week, but maybe next week when I'm not as full of death as I clearly am at the moment. On PlayStation, again, nothing of real note. Like I dabbled with a bit of X-Defiant, a little bit of Assassin's Creed Origins, but I fucking hate it at the moment, boys. So it's just none of that. On my Macintosh laptop, Craigo, I played a couple hours of 2 Point Campus, which is fun. Just a chill game for chill people. And I'm 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours into The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, which got a Mac chip patch in November, which I didn't realise. I have owned the game for a long time, so I've been playing that in high settings, 1080p, with my Stadia controller because I don't have an Xbox controller anymore. And it's good. It's really good. It's a great game on the Xbox Series X with backwards compat anyway, and this is a little bit nicer than that because obviously it's the PC code. But yeah, really good game. Love the Witcher world, so it's a little bit more linear than 3, so I'd really like to finish this one and then finally get to 3.
I was about to say, does this mean there's hope for 3, Dave?
Yeah, I think once we finish 2,
Please, why have you finished that fucking game? It's so good.
Yeah, needs to be on a.
Yeah, but the problem is though, Craig, they only just put Witcher 2 on Mac. You'll be waiting until 2034 to play.
Is it Witcher 3 on the Switch?
Yeah, Witcher 3 is on everything.
There you go.
Yeah, Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 are on Mac as well, Pengi. You facetious child.
Yeah, I was just joking. Witcher 3, I think the physical on PS5 is quite cheap as well.
Yeah, you obviously can't play Witcher 1 and 2 on PlayStation because they don't believe in game preservation, but you can play Witcher 2 on Xbox, so and PC and Mac and Linux, so it's all good. So that was that on Mac, and then on Nintendo I have my one pickup, which is of course Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, which cost me £36 on Amazon, so that's half the price of a broken video game on the other platforms. So there's that, boys.
I don't know if any of this year's have really been broken. Anything I've played from this year.
Lots of patches for Rise of Ronin when you put the game in.
You say that, but I did have a bug in Lone in the Dark.
Yeah, modern games are great, guys. Great. We should just go back to the 360 where it was fun. But anyway, Paper Mario is really good. I'm about 2 hours in. Stunningly gorgeous game on the Switch OLED. Runs smooth as butter, looks great. I could not tell you that it isn't 60 frames, Pengi, and I'm not even being dramatic. I cannot tell the difference between the Paper Mario games I've played, and this one, it looks and runs fantastic. So I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's just a really good game. I'm about 2 hours in, really enjoying it. Combat system's great. The little changes they've made to accessibility are good. They've sped some stuff up, they've moved some stuff around, they've added a little bit of content here, a little bit of content there, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, further than I've ever been on the game before already, and I'm looking forward to playing some tonight when I can't sleep with my blocked nose. But yeah, really good game. I really recommend it, especially if you can get it for under £40. I think it's an incredible game, because obviously it's a Nintendo game, so when you sell it, it will be the same price. But yeah, no, that's about it. I played a little bit more Splatoon, just because Splatoon's great.
Go Splatfest.
Splatfest finished on the weekend just gone. My team finished second, so I got some shells. But again, it's a fun game. You get what you pay for with Nintendo most of the time. It isn't going to be the Last of Us level story or whatever, but it's also not going to need a 600 gig patch on day one. So I'll take my poison at this point, boys. But yeah, all good, all fun. Maybe next week PlayStation can do something for me. But I doubt it. I doubt it. God. But yeah, that's the week. Ending it on bitter Dave, because video games hurt me all the time, boys.
Yeah.
Stupid Phil. Stupid Daddy Phil. What's he done to us? He's betrayed us, Craig.
You never recovered from the Dreamcast, did you, Dave?
No, Penguin's killing the Dreamcast was probably where my problems began.
Yeah.
The last true games console, Dreamcast. But yeah, I mean, again, like I'm probably going to do a video at some point ranting about the PS5 and the Xbox Series. But we'll get to that. And if God help,
well, at least we'll get plenty of views. So.
Right, like the last one did. And God help them if they do a pro console that we don't need. What do we need that for, Craig? Do we need 8K FIFA? That what we need?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Is it pointless? Absolutely pointless. I can't wait. Can't wait for someone to try and tell me that that's worth buying. Don't know which one of you it'll be. Probably Pengi. Be like, we need that because it's got 60 frames 4K. I'll be like, yeah, but the game doesn't work, Pengi. It doesn't matter what frames it is if it doesn't. The third-person action game where you hold forward, and that's the game. Great. Yeah. Wow. Better than Mario, you two said. Better than Mario. Some fucking indie game where you walk forward and they tell you about their feelings. Yeah, better than Mario.
But I can see like a game like Stellar Blade, for instance. I played on the balance mode, so it did drop the frame rate. Well, if I had a pro, that I would stick that.
I just don't think it matters. That's kind of where I'm at in my life now. Doesn't matter. You gotta get your bloody. You gotta put the FPS counter on the screen, Pengi, and get your bloody.
No, but
digital Foundry thing.
Dragon's Dogma 2 was pretty rough.
Dragon's Dogma 2 is just a boring video game, Pengi. Say it quietly so Craig doesn't hear us. It was fucking boring. And Craig didn't even finish it properly. He got the Pringles ending. He didn't even get the real ending.
I mean, I did agree with Pengi that it was like a 3 out of 5.
And
I do get what Pengi's saying. Like, if you know, playing games on 60 frames per second.
Yeah. If you care, great. If you don't care, it's the most asinine thing in the world, I think. I think that's the best way to say it. If you care about the frames, then great. Yeah. But if you don't, I'm just like, buy a PC if you care. Like, be those people. Yeah. Just be those people. Go and get a 3080 and touch kids or whatever as PC players do.
But you know what I'll do is like they'll announce the Pro. It'll be coming November, so I'll be like, right, I'll sell the PS5 in October or something. I'll go a month without the PlayStation, and I'll play Switch for a month or something. I've got my whatever, how much from my PlayStation, and then bam, I get my PS5 Pro, and it's cost me $200.
They could announce that the Pro lights up and has a different stand, and you will still buy it for £600. So I don't think you're the measuring stick for whether it's needed or not.
No.
I'm more interested if Craig bothers with any of the Pro systems. That's really my more interesting of the two of you, because Craig does traditionally buy the Xbox Pros, but obviously if the Xbox Pro doesn't have a disc drive, like is heavily rumoured, for example, I don't know.
I don't think we're getting an Xbox Pro anymore. We're just going to get the next gen console.
Yeah, I think the rumour was they weren't going to do one.
Yeah, but isn't the Xbox just a Pro system anyway? It's just a Pro Xbox One.
The Series X is the Pro system. They've said that Series S is the default system, this X is the Pro, and they're not going to do a Pro. And the rumours are we're getting the next gen console in 2026.
Just wish that Chris hadn't killed Sega, so I could be happy again.
But if I hadn't killed Sega, we wouldn't have got the original Xbox, basically.
That's a whole nother video, Chris.
And then we wouldn't have got the 360.
But think of how well Halo would have run with a mouse and keyboard on Dreamcast.
Oh, you mean on? Well, I guess it would have still been on Mac.
Oh, even better. Even better. Anyway,
And an awesome,
Dave rant to one side. Thank you for watching the podcast. If you got this far, put Salty Dave in the comments. And we will see you next week.
Bye.